Hi, Jim here. Uh, so we've had some really cold weather. My sun is now I'm in too much shade. Can't see me, peekaboo. Uh, so we had some about 3 days of cold weather, and they stayed hunkered in. That's what I witnessed a little while ago. They came out by the thousands because she's apparently still laying eggs, and they were just this whole cove here was pretty much engulfed. They were all over me. And so the new girls, when they come out, they they don't know nothing. they just they don't know nothing. The only thing they've ever seen was the inside of the hive. So what they'll do is the new girls, they'll just come out and land on everything. Just orientate a little bit and then land on a few things and then go back and orientate. And then there was a big ball that was up in the sky, and at the same time that ball there was a bunch of them just coming in and out, and kind of filled the sky a little bit. And so they hunkered in there instead of coming out every day. The new girls, they collected until there was a nice enough day, and then they just filled the sky, orientating. Now the new girls, those are the ones that do that. When she's not laying eggs for weeks, I don't see any of that. They just fly straight out, straight in. There's no circling in the air like buzzards. No, just straight in and out. It's really simple to tell whether she's. It's a good way to keep an eye on that because you can tell whether she's laying or not, or whether you don't have a queen or not. You know, if more than a month goes by and you don't see that, you likely don't have a queen. Your hive's going to die. Replace the queen or order one quickly or something. And so they're all out feeding. I've got here, Ginger. Let me cover you up. No, get back up here, Ginger. Come on, baby. Hey, you're gonna get another sting on your tongue, baby. Come on up here. Stay in here underneath my. Here's your shield. This is your shield. Stay in your shield. Stay. She bit at one the other day and got it in her mouth, and she got stung on her tongue. Last night she was messing with her tongue, as if she was trying to spit out her tongue. I gotta get, I gotta get this tongue out of my mouth. There's something wrong with it. She just sat right next to me, going, "Oh, I know how she feels." So she'll play with them. She'll like tap them with her paws, and she'll get stung on her paws. Silly dogs. And so I've got a big time feeder over there going on that's all packed. Most of those over there are going to be from different hives. I seen when I first put it out this morning, there was hardly no bees buzzing around because they know the area now where that feeder is. So when that feeder's gone, they just kind of circle where the feeder was. And so I seen a few girls come and land on it, do a little tail dance, and they flew off in different directions to tell their girlfriends, and now it's all loaded over there with bees. Went and told their girls in their hives. So that is the marauder feeder over there. And I don't mind feeding bees from different hives because if I've got some hives in my area that maybe they're out of resources, those hives can die. Or if somebody has hives and they took too much honey and they're just leaving them to their own accord, they can die. So I don't mind open feeding to keep the other hives thriving. So when those other hives go into split mode, there'll be more drones and there'll be more genetic diversity for when I do my splits, when I make queens. And that's good, genetic diversity. You don't want siblings, mating with siblings. And so, the pharaohs found that out the hard way. Let's keep this leadership in the family. Well, nah. Yeah, so when I came out here, they were just starting to come out and move around. They're still kind of cold, but just after opening, I opened up the entry, and you just stay in there. I opened up that entry. It didn't take long before that whole entry was just elongated. The elongation of the entry was just packed with girls coming out and filling the sky. I was so mesmerized. I just kind of sit here. I was thinking I should go get that phone, but I'm thinking, nah, I'm gonna sit here and watch this. You know, it's kind of like watching a big flock of birds just buzzing really close to your head or something. Yeah. When that happens, have an umbrella, or your black shirt will become white. So there we go. This is my day. So today, what I'll be doing is I'm going to add a brood box to this hive. It is so thick with bees. My concern is they'll go into split mode and making queens before I'm ready to do splits. So today is add a box day. So there you go. I just thought I'd share the update. So today is what is today? The 9th. Yeah, today is the 9th, February 26th, 2026. And the bees look really healthy. The bees that I got through winter, I had one hive that I got through winter last year as well. These girls look much healthier than the farm bees that I got through winter last year. These girls are just thriving. There was no massive die-offs on this organic hive that I caught, and the farm bees, because that queen would never stop laying eggs. She was laying too many for the resources that were in the hive. Even though I had given them lots of food in their hive, it still wasn't enough, apparently, because they have to vibrate their bodies to keep the hive warm and through the winter, and that takes up even more energy. And it's kind of like working out all the time. You know, instead of burning 2,500 calories, you're burning 10,000 or more, and so that requires a lot more energy. So therefore, honey and sugars. And so, yeah, these girls had no die-off. Now, there was a time last month, around the first of last month, January, that I think they got close. If I didn't realize that they were out of food, most likely there would have been a big die-off. I didn't know they ate 100 pounds plus of honey. So there you go. So I'm going to do a recording on what I'm going to do in adding this other brood box. And today's a nice sunny day, and I will be recording that part. All right. Okay. Time to add a box. It's all about the box, and it's all about the box. These girls looks like they're going into this is the second orientation flight today. First one was really big. Looks like this one's catching up. So I'm going to grab my tool here, my popping tool. I'm going to pop that stuff up there and let it rip. Oh, got some honey on that. How did that happen? I don't know. My girls will be all over my hands. Don't want honey on your hands. Huh. Where did that honey come from? I'll never know. All right, girls. I am going to add a second floor to your home. Your home is about to get added to. Oh, you're up there feeding. So I got some sugar here. They got most of that gone. That was kind of like an emergency thing that I put in there. Yeah, you guys are going to be so angry. I'm just going to do this for you girls just in case You need more space. Actually, you know what? I think they're fine. I don't think I need to do that. There were so many girls, I was thinking that I probably should add another brood box, but this top is not packed. If it's not packed, they're fine. Don't do something you ain't gotta do. Ain't gotta? Ain't gotta, ain't gotta? Alright girls, you just keep on about your business right there. Keep on feeding. Alright, well, so much for that. There were so many girls that were coming out the last month. I really thought they'd fill both boxes. But, you know, just because we think something is doesn't make it so. Oh, she didn't even move. Okay. Well, good for you, girl. You're not even scared. All right. Well, fine then. Guess you're fine. If you're fine, I'm fine. Well, good enough. Let it be. Let it. Oh, I landed right on that girl. I'm sorry. I threw that right on her head. She's going like, hey, I was just sitting here cleaning myself. What landed on my head? All right. Well, and there they are. Navigation. Engaging in their navigational flights. Fly away, girl. Yes, fly away, fly away. Do, 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 do. So, I guess I will not be adding a box today. Not only that, I really thought they'd have that other. I thought they'd have that other super all filled up, and that's not filled up either with comb. So everything's come along just fine. So in other words, they're not getting too big of a head start. That's good. It's not even the middle of February yet. But she's working really hard at growing that hive and getting it ready for March. And then most likely they'll split. Want to do a split sometime in April on their own if I don't guide it. That is, yeah, there was a really big orientation flight this morning, like you're seeing right now. And then it just went silent. And then the next group of girls, that was probably the next 8-day laying, because they couldn't come out for several days, about 3 days. So, and then the next one came out. That was kind of cool. Bees that love to feed. These are the foragers over here. Mostly foragers. That tray gets emptied before all the other ones. So there's bees from, I think, 3 different hives in the area. And so they're really going at it. Okay. I guess I will not be adding a box today. Oh well. And so, ouch, hit a nerve. So that's it. No added box today. I was gonna put one right up there. Got it all prepped and ready to. And there's the box with all the frames. So I had all these frames here. Oh, there's girls in there going, "What's in here? This smells so honeycombish." So I got all these already made out combs from last year, and they are exploring that box. I'm gonna go put that away. Huh? Yeah. So that was gonna go right on top of there, but hey, you know what? You take something apart and you say, "Huh? I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna need to do that." So you just don't. It's like, get my face right here. Wall. There you go. Very healthy hive this year. These bees, out of all the hives that I've had, I think I've had 5. These bees look the healthiest. Out of all the hives, they behave different. I mean, their body language and demeanor is just different. It's more vibrant. I don't see any more deformed winged virus. You know, the bees on the ground with the stubby little sticks of wings. I don't see any like bunch of dead bees or dying bees crawling around the ground like I had with my other hives, the farm bees. There was always sick girls. They were just sick all the time. Really a battle to keep them healthy. And not these. These bees have, because they're not always given pesticides to control the infections of varroa mites and diseases, they have built up a natural immunity to a lot of these diseases. Because farm bees, they get sprayed a lot with pesticides, and that weakens their immune system for them to fight off these things on their own and pass that on. And so they're farm bees are more sensitive to the diseases. Not only that, but because the farmer bees, those farmers, their main goal is to get to, for them, a prize queen is one that lays 24/7, every single day, 3,000 if they can, because they sell the packages and that's how they make a living. I understand that, but that's not healthy for the bees long term. It weakens their immune system. Then that weakened immune system gets passed on genetically, and you have bees that are more vulnerable to diseases. Whereas bees that are in the nature, the way that they manage their hives is totally different than what farmer bees do. In nature they take long breaks to control the size of the hive, to control diseases, varroa mites. They just kind of keep it tight. Whereas farm bees just blow them up, along with all the varroa mites and the diseases. So I don't have to do anything. Last 3 days I was thinking, here, once you get back underneath your umbrella, right, girl? Come on. And those bees will leave you alone, so you don't have to bite your tongue. All right? You don't have to bite your tongue. Yeah. Last night she was biting her tongue because it was swollen from biting a bee, and it stung her on the tongue. And so every time a bee comes around, she goes. Dogs don't know. Don't bite bees. If they had hands, right, they'd be going like this instead of. Right. So that's funny. And so yeah, they're bringing in. Looks like some. They're bringing in some yellow, orange. All right, they're finding some natural pollen somewhere. They're not bringing in that powdered looking food, protein. It's so this guy is feeding protein. So and that all has the same color, kind of like a pancake flour. Maybe he's feeding them pancake flour. I don't know. But my bees, you know, they're not going to take something that they don't feel is going to be beneficial to the hive. So whatever he's feeding them over there, they seem to think that it's good for the hive. And the fact that my hive is thriving for the last 2 months, he's been feeding them that stuff. I'm okay with that. They don't look sick. They look very healthy. I don't see no lethargic stuff going on. I see bees going, getting the food. There's bees that are coming getting this food. They're taking off that direction, and then I see them go off that direction when they're done getting this syrup over here. They go in that direction, and I see them go from there and fly over that direction. So there's beehives. There's beehives all around this area somewhere. And bees will go up to 2 miles to get resources. That's a 4-mile round trip. And so it could be a beehive a mile or two away, that way, and that way. And they'll go where the food is. Yeah, there's some orange there. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're bringing in stuff from flowers today. Oh, yeah, mostly flowers. So there must be something blossoming middle of February. Hello, baby. Yeah, don't get around my face now. Now you can sit there, but don't get in my face. So, yeah, I train these girls not to get to my face, because these new girls come out, they come and explore my face. Who's this? What's this? And they're like buzzing all around my face. Not buzzing, just like flying around, like, you know. And they'll land all over me, and they'll look at me, and then, oh, he's okay, and they'll just groom themselves, walk around me a little bit. And two times so far this year, I went in the house, and one time I was sitting on a couch, and my dog started going she started going on me when I was sitting on the couch, taking my little break, and she was sniffing quick and hard. And all of a sudden I heard a zzz on my shoulder and by my ear. One had gotten on my back, and she knew it. She smelled the bee, apparently. And then it quickly flew into a window, and I just put it in a jar and brought it back outside. Same thing, one flew into the kitchen window that was on my back. All of a sudden I heard buzzing in the window. And yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is, do a jump shake before you go into the house. Quick, you know, maybe a couple. Jump squats or something that spooks them off you. And yeah, so everything looks pretty good. Bees are healthy. And I hope you are too. I wouldn't call it a beautiful day, but it's a nice day. We've had some weather here. Well, I tell you what, man, it's like a nice warm spring or late spring. These girls are out heavy. Okay, I just wanted to drop a line. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment, tap the like, and you have a good day. Bye now. Oh, see how I did that? Boy, old habits die hard, don't they? Do the Macarena.